Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone at Ruel. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out here pushing his truth and sincerity. The water for which I do, we love you. We appreciate you to the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom to you. It's your brother Dawud Dad here, Adawan Bartazah, meaning Lord's will. Here to give you an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, the topic of this video is going to be about Revelation chapter 8 overview. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Revelation 8:1. And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of an hour. About the space of half an hour. And I saw because this is John the Revelator, and he's having a vision, right? That the Most High sent him. It says, and I saw the seven angels which stood before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and to them were given seven trumpets. All right, so seven trumpets is like basically destruction of Babylon, right? And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. All right, and these are the prophets out there speaking, and the men that believe, men and women that believe, and children, really, because who are the saints? The saints are the Hebrew Israelites, right? And the ones that are going to be praying during this time are the elect. So to sum it all up, it's the elect, and they're giving their prayers, right? And their prayers are being heard by the Most High, of course, because the angels, deliver the messages, right? Precept to that was let me see, 141 in Psalms. Let me see, Psalms. Oh, this is Psalms 141 and 2. It says, "Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense." All right, going back to the incense in the previous chapter, and the lifting up my hands as the evening sacrifice. See, so there's that sacrifice again. It says, "Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips." So there's a prayer from King David, and it goes back to Revelations. It says, and another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense. Yeah, incense, how it goes back in both verses. It signifies, because we burn incense and stuff, we make prayer, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. So it says all saints, talking about the elect. All right, and who are the saints, right? So let me see. Let's actually get that precept as well. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So Psalms 148, verse 14 says, "He also exalted the horn of his people," all right, the power of his people, the praise of all his saints, even unto the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. So, through Yahushai, through Yahushai, we, get our prayers heard. Because who's the horn of the Lord's people, right? Yahushai. Let's go back into Revelation chapter 8, verse 4. It says, "And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints as ascended up before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and an earthquake." All right, these plagues, man. All right, it says, "And the seven angels which had the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound." So now they're about to destroy America and different parts of the world with plagues. All right, so the first angel sounded, and there followed hell and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. And the third part of the trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. And the second angel sounded, and as it was a great mountain burning with the fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. All right, and that's talking about America, right? It being burnt up because a mountain represents governments, and America is the leading government of the world. All right, so let me see. A precept to that, I believe, is, make sure this is correct. Basically, the kings of the earth, right? That's what it basically is representing. That great mountain represents America, and its allies for the most part, but mainly, primarily, America. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 24, and it says, "And I will render to Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight," said the Lord, like putting us in slavery, right? You know, putting certain curses, putting curses are from the Most High, but putting certain afflictions on our people, right? Introducing gang mentality, drugs, right? Black on black crime. They pretty much were the founders of this these are the curses, but the Most High used them as whipping sticks, man. Esau, right, which is a so-called white man, all right. And he put drugs in our neighborhood, he put guns in our neighborhood. He taught us how to fight against each other. He taught us how to be divided. He destroyed our people and afflicted us very hard, with hardcore bondage and slavery. And even after that, with the Jim Crow, right, the things he does now, which is he dilutes the brains of our people, right, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos. It's hard. You're still in hardcore bondage, just not physically, right? It says, "Behold," that's what it says. The evil that they have done in Zion. It says, "Behold, they took our nationality, put same-sex marriages primarily on our people." It says, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain," which is that's Esau, America, pretty much destroying mountain, destroying government. When they're in power, what the scriptures say. Let me see. We'll go back to that. When they're in power, Proverbs 29 verse 2: "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." And our people are in heavy mourning because of this damn devil, right? All right. So Jeremiah 51, I'm back in 25. "Behold, I am against the old destroying mountain," because the Lord said, the scriptures do say, no flesh shall live. No flesh shall be saved if they continue in rulership. It says, "Said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, which destroyeth all the earth." No flesh shall live, and I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. So because Most High is going to destroy this place with these new thermonuclear missiles. So that's what's we're kind of going back into Revelation chapter 8. All right, so we established. Let me see. So we established who the mountain was, right? Yeah, so that's that great mountain that's going to burn with fire. Cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. So that's all the destruction, man. Bloodshed from the destruction going on here in Babylon. Verse 9: "And the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died, and the third part of the ships were destroyed." Because America's going to be hit with over 200 million missiles, right? Some of them are going to, hit closer to like the waters, and there's rivers and great bodies of waters here in America, right? And, when they hit, everything's going to die here. Everything's going to die, man. In their Navy, right? And all the boats and stuff that you see close to the coast, or the Coast Guard, and all these different, ships and stuff that surround the area is going to be destroyed as well. And then you got the Leviathan down there, right, in the water. So, it's going to be total, utter chaos, man, in that day. It says, "And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. And I believe wormwood means bitter, right? Let's get that. Yeah, wormwood. Absinthian. Absinthos. Yeah, type of bitterness. Because when they hit the waters, when the missiles hit the water, it's going to be contaminated, right? So people drinking of the waters, if they survive, they're going to die anyway because they're going to be thirsty. It's going to be very hot. They're going to go to try to drink some water. And they're going to die of poison, man, a horrible death, right? It says Oh, yeah, right there. See, it says, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Yeah, exactly. See, it says, and the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. And you won't even be able to tell, if it's night or day, morning or afternoon or midnight. You're never gonna be able to tell that because that's how much destruction is gonna be hit this place, man. You won't even be tell what time of day it is. Yeah, verse 13, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, "Woe, woe, woe!" Right, 3 woes, World War III, to the inhabitants of the earth, like by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels, which are yet to sound. Yeah, because whoa, whoa, whoa. Woe means death and destruction. And notice how it says it 3 times. And that's what World War III is going to bring, nuclear destruction. You always hear people saying if there be a World War III, another world's war, that it will be a nuclear war this time, right? This is Revelations chapter 9. It says verse 12, one woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes, more hereafter. Woe means death and destruction, right? So let's get that. Let me see. Yeah, woe. That primary exclamation of grief. Look at that. Yeah, grief, man. And grief is not a good thing, right? Let me see. Revelation chapter 11, verse. Okay, yeah, 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. That's talking about World War III. So notice how I said whoa, whoa, whoa 3 times. And Revelation 9 and 12 says two woes cometh hereafter. The first woe, and then right here it says the second woe is past, and the third woe cometh quickly. And you hear all this talks about nuclear war, right? I mean, World War III, right here, right now. You're hearing about this stuff right now. So that's, what's coming. And Yahushua said, he made mention of that in Matthew 24. Let me say, because it says Matthew 24 and 3. It says, and as Yahushua talking to disciples, it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Right, and when you read Esdras, 2nd Esdras chapter 6, it says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, right? So the end of Esau's world, so-called white man, right? Ishashua, Esau, meaning Ishashua, meaning wasted away is he. And you can tell that he has a lack of pigment in his, in his body, and that's why he looks like he's wasted. And his name was later changed to Edom, because then he looked red afterwards, right? And you can tell who that is today. It's the red people. They're not white. They're not pure. They're red. That's why you always see people put up pictures of the devil. It's always a red man, with horns and a tail. That's because they're talking about Esau, right? It says So here are the signs, right? They said, what shall be the signs? Well, one of them is verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. That's exactly what you're hearing right now. Wars and rumors of wars of World War III. And you see the wars going on right now. There's wars going on all over the world right now, especially there in Ukraine, right? It says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. And that's race wars, because the nations are people. It says, in kingdom against kingdom. And that's all about these different countries and superpowers versus the other countries and superpowers. They're America and its allies, versus, Iran, Russia, these other superpowers in the world, China, right? And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. So whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, when that time comes, that's what's going to bring. And then Yahweh Shai shall come shortly after that. All right, so with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashem Makor Kadash, and Shalom.